welcome to Hummingbird Magic. So the other day I looked up in the sky and there was this giant hummingbird that the sylphs and the element of air were bringing in the clouds. It was just, you couldn't miss it. And it was really powerfully looking over its left shoulder, and you could see the beautiful beak that dips into the nectar, that's long enough to dip into the nectar, right? And to me, that is really the creation of our womb space rising up from our heart, right, into calling forward that nectar in our life. So the hummingbird looking to the left also was the left path, the divine feminine, the heartbeat of the divine feminine, because the hummingbird's wings are so powerful. It's this vibration that is so quick and high. It's a high frequency, and the hummingbird is a keeper of sorts of gateways between the worlds, the realms, the dimensions of the higher planes of existence, the celestial realms, bringing the wisdom, the medicine, the magic, the healing from those realms here to this earth star, this realm that we're in now. The hummingbird's wings can move in a figure 8, which is indicative or symbolic of eternity, infinity, also the union of masculine and feminine. And hummingbird can help us restore, and I'll go back to that, the figure 8, in a moment, but it can help us restore our health, our balance, and massage our internal organs, but also massage within to restoring health and balance. When we hum, when we use our body's humming ability and that vibration within to hum everything into health and balance. So going back to the figure 8, it also represents the past and present, or the past and future, if you will, if we're going to talk time, because time really is a relative and non-existent, but for the purposes, let's think of it this way. So you have the past and the future, and then the middle point is the beingness, is the present. And what present means is the now. Presently being in the now. There's another now, and there's another now, right? Present. And so hummingbird helps us adjust the past and future with where we are in the present. Helps us learn from the past and future. Helps us reweave or weave anew past and future, being in the present. It's very deep magic, very deep healing. So hummingbird is also connected to the element of fire, that passion, that transmutation, the creation, the releasing of the old, but really the creation and the joy, the passion and fire of joy. That's the south. The south is the masculine, so it's looking to the right, bringing in the feminine, the divine feminine path with the wisdom of the sage, I think of Merlin, the king, the wise man, right? And bringing that in with the divine feminine, and they work together in union. So hummingbird, going back to the beak, right? It's extracting the nectar, the joy. Hummingbird's about delight, that's of light. Our light, bringing our light from the inward, humming out into the world. Bringing it up out into the world from the deep womb space, the deep root down from our earth star, connected to Pachamama, all that nourishment, bringing it up through our womb space from our heart into our portal of creation, and allowing all of that celestial realm as well to come in, and the masculine, the thinking, merging, right, with the feminine, and out the mouth of creation to call in again our joy, our delight, and especially with this Taurian new moon, right? So the hummingbird is the fastest bird. It's the most skilled in flight. It can move forward, backwards, right? That's future, past, but it is being in the now, in the present, always. And so it can stop mid-flight and hover. It has been known to push eagles away, really setting up the boundaries to keep the joy and delight, to keep that nestled, that sacred space of creation, moving and flowing and blossoming and humming, right? Humming out. So it's also associated with, as I said, the celestial realm, but the fae, the realm of the fae, the fairies. It knows how to move through the doorways, and it can be a guide for us to move through the doorways to help us move into the fae realm or connect with the fairies, connect with the fae. And not just the small flower fairies, which hummingbirds very much associate with, and I'll talk about the flower medicine in a moment, but with the big fae, the fae that are our size or larger. And the Tuatha De Danann, right, that brought those instruments. And the one that I keep hearing over and over is the Stone of Destiny. It hums. Well, it hums now, but it used to roar, right, when the rightful king, lineage, queen. And what does that mean, rightful king or queen? Or the rightful lineage? What is that really? To me, that's coming from the heart space, the high heart, the balance, the embodiment of love, where those people, those beings are coming from the embodiment, they're embodying love, and they are radiating that out. And so therefore, it is time for them to lead, right? Time for them to be way showers, to be guardians, right? Okay. To me, leaders are guardians as well. So, hummingbird can help us with the weaving and reweaving and creation. So flower magic, hummingbird works with flowers and plants, the plant kingdom, the mineral kingdom. And so stepping outside and intaking through your auric field, through your vibration, and bringing it into your body, standing among the song of flowers, the symphony of flowers and colors. Each flower, each plant holds their specific key codes, their specific melody, frequency, and we give them joy, gratitude, thanks, and blessings. They give us. So it's this reciprocal, it's dance that we're doing, this exchange of life force and healing and magic and joy and love. And so standing outside among the plants and noticing, acknowledging each plant that you're around, acknowledging them in gratitude, and feel their vibration. Maybe you choose one today and connect with it. Ask it what it wants you to know. Ask it about itself. Introduce yourself. You can do this in your mind, from your heart. You don't have to say it out loud, or you can. You can touch it or send it. Blessings, whatever you feel called to do. And listen with your heart. Allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to commune with that plant magic and medicine, with the colors, because color's frequency, it's movement, it's light, right? It's medicine. So, hummingbird, talking about the colors and the frequency and light, they're associated with the rainbow and the vibrations of the rainbow. Rainbow codes, those codes of light. And to me, the rainbow bridge. And we think of all the myths and stories and folk tales, which all have truth in them. And they're showing us something, they're way showers, right? And so, like fairy tales, these are tales from the Fae that they've left us, an oral tradition passed down from the bards, the druids, and other medicine men and women. And they're showing us the path. They're helping us awaken to remember this. But the rainbow bridge is the bridge that connects us from this realm to the higher realms. And we have these codes within us, right? So I invite you to connect with those today. Hummingbirds are so small, but they are big eaters. They eat so much more than their body weight. But they use so much energy and they're high vibration. So they're calling to you perhaps to nourish yourself. It doesn't have to mean food in the sense of physical eating. It can mean the plants codes, the light codes, the moon codes, the star codes, the sun. It can mean movement, it can mean water, it can mean all the elements that you need to connect with, right? Nourish yourself big. There's no small anymore. No plain small, no nourishing small, big. Okay, playful. They're so playful. Play today. How are you going to choose to play? How does your inner child want to play? They also connect with the number 2. Now, I'll talk about the number 2 in another video because it holds a lot. But for this purpose today, what I'm hearing from Hummingbird is to connect with this branch of 2, is that it's a union, the masculine and feminine union within. Okay. And it births something, a third. So work with your masculine and feminine within. Play, delight, love, nourish, and see what begins to birth for this new moon and this waxing moon. What's that third that comes in for you? So while hummingbirds, when they mate, they're still independent in their relationships. They still continue to grow themselves individually. And it's like the trees that wrap together or grow together, but they have their own roots and they still are individual while merging together, while being in relationship. And this is all your relationships, but also and specifically intimate relationships. Okay, so think about what that means for you and what that is for you. And if you've been independent, if you are being independent and still nourishing yourself and doing self-care and still growing yourself as well. They're master architects, and they can sometimes call us to what do we need to reweave? What do we need to work on in our home? Because it's about their home space, their sacred space. So what in your home needs to be redecorated or moved around or released or brought in? Think about the sacred geometry of your home, the crystals, the energy, the music, your movements, said it all, right? They hibernate overnight and take a very deep rest. And it almost looks like they've passed over when they do this. But they're really working in that dream space. They're really moving between the worlds at that time to bring the wisdom in. They're resting their bodies and they're calling on you to take the deep rest, to take good night's sleep and rest, how important that is, especially right now with all the energies and the shifting and the codes. It's very important. So set your intentions for your dreams. Call upon Hummingbird. They have the magic and the medicine and the healing to help you accomplish which seems impossible. Call upon them. Work with them if you desire. So I have a Cosmic Dream Alchemy talk coming up June 13th with Jackie White, and you can find that on her website, and I have it linked. And I also have a sacred dance ceremony coming up June 18th, Sunday in the morning in Glastonbury, and I hope you join me then. There are only 12 spots, well 11 spots now, and I'm very excited to share that with you. Please comment below how your dream time's going, what's emerging for you, and I hope to connect with you. So many blessings of love to you.